Hello, modern muscle car fans. Today we have the Kyosho of the Dodge Challenger. This is the third generation Challenger. Before we get into that though, here's the price, 490 yen, around $5. And that was back in 2010. A lot of great cars in this collection. There you go. You'll see, I left this in the blister because look how big it is compared to the stand. This might be the reason why Kyosho didn't make too many American cars, because they're big. They're approaching the limits of the standard stand that Kyosho uses. So that could be an explanation why there's only two of these U.S. sports car collections. So the Challenger came out in 1970, but the third generation was for model years 2008 and up, still presently made today. Engine choices: V6, or V8s, 5.7 to 6.1 liters. Okay, here are the color choices. This is the SRT8. I think both of these two are pretty nice. Okay. So the SRT8 of 2008, 2009, they had 425 horsepower coming from a 6.1 liter. So that's a lot of power. And they sold for $42,000, or at least that's what the original price was supposed to be. Rear-wheel drive, of course, being a muscle car. And I guess there is a B-pillar, but it's hidden behind the glass there, so it looks like it's a pillarless design, but it is there. Alright, so there's the... looks pretty good. Let's try the side view here, overall proportions. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good, decent enough. I feel like these tires might be a little too tall, or the wheels might be a little too small. Or not. Not sure. Depends on the view. Okay, let's see. There's a metallic going on in this paint. So, I don't know. It's a little splotchy, I think. It's not the finest blue I've seen, but I'm okay with it. So it's got the black stripes of the SRT here, and then it also has printing. Let's see how good that printing is. 6.1 Hemi right there. Alright. So then you got this appropriately sized badge. It's not centered as well as it could be, but I can live with it. Alright, I don't know if there's a crack in the graphic there. I thought it was lint, but it's not. But now, paint rash developing right there. And maybe these little blisters here as well. There's a lot of black paint in these vents. The headlights look great though. Plastic lenses, 4 pieces there. And then the grille has written Challenger. And then there's a texture, and SRT is there as well. And then it's black here. So there's black here, but it's very, well, it's not very deep. I mean, it's recessed, but not by much, considering. I'm not sure why they did it that way. You would think they would have molded that deeper. Let's see what else they have. These little fog lights, or what are they? I think those might be plastic pieces, which is strange. They're so far in. Yeah, those are clear plastic. They're very recessed, so it's weird that they would do that there, but not have a recessed area here. It's strange. Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the real photograph. I think that's, there's a screen or something. Maybe that is accurate. Okay. Well, the chin spoiler here is painted black, or it's the black of the base. No, it's part of the casting. It's just painted black. So this is press fit together. A lot of details on the bottom I don't really care about. I would rather just have this information. The car, the brand that made it, and then when it was made. So this is nice. Treads look okay, and then the tires width looks okay as well. The exhaust here, just part of the base. No recess though. That's kind of weak. It's too bad. And also the chrome on the real car, so it would have been nice to have some silver paint there. What's going on here? No license plate. But the taillights are pretty nice. They got this texture of the Fresnel lenses or whatnot. And then, yeah, the breakup of the red and the silver is nice. I think that's like an SRT8 badge on the wing. Pretty hard to make out though. Yeah, I don't I don't know if that reads SRT8, but I'm sure that's what it's supposed to say. And then the rear wing is nice. It's a separate black plastic piece. They've got the little antenna stub there. Some rain gutters casted in. I don't know if that's paint rash again right there. So the side we have this slightly misprinted fuel filler here. It should be over there. Red for the reflector painted on that little recess. Orange up here, so that's nice. And then the wheels, you know, they do look like those wheels in the photos. I just feel like they look a little small compared to the photos, the overall proportions. So that's just my opinion. But the tires are nicely rounded. And then you have also the lug nut details as well, so that's cool. And there's air passing between the spokes, so I like that. Door handles pretty much flush, and it's nice that it has separate, you know, body colored matched mirrors, but unfortunately there's a little extra plastic sprue on this one. If I trim it off, it'll probably be black, so I'm not going to mess with it. No reflectivity in the mirrors. Black paint around the window molding. Black paint on these raised wiper blades. Whoa, is that a separate piece? No, never mind. Thought that was glue residue. And then we have the black molded interior. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, decent enough detail on the inside. Just kind of hard to see without a flashlight or a really bright photo booth like this one. Alright, well, yeah, some minor paint bubbling issues, but could have been worse. I've definitely seen worse from the Kyosho brand. So I'm relatively happy, although I gotta say this is an expensive model. For some reason, lots of cars from this USA collection are very expensive. eBay. Okay. What to compare to? The first logical one would be this Autoworld Charger. And boy, I was really let down by that one. Only because of the opening front hood. Oh, and also a casting weird blob of metal there. But look at that hood panel gap. That is very, very annoying. If they didn't do those hoods, I would have like every Autoworld ever made, but because they do choose to make those hood gaps, I have very few. It's a shame. Alright, green light, which I do collect more of, but this one also has an opening hood, but the panel gap is not as atrocious. So it's a classic Charger Daytona. So there's just no way Kyosho would have made that because the base is too short. Alright, that's a little too crazy. Here's another green light. It's a Challenger RT from 1970. So, first gen versus third gen. And yet, you can see the styling, you know, carries across several decades. So I'm wondering what kind of like overlap sales are between the Charger and the Challenger. I don't know much about these cars in real life. Like, what makes someone pick a Challenger over a Charger? I can see that the Charger here has no B-pillar. But overall, the proportions look the same. Even the four headlights in the front look very similar. They almost look like they're the same car. So, yeah, please leave a comment. Why is it they have successfully sold both of these things, the Charger next to the Challenger? Alright. Well, let's get those out. Or actually, let's just let this spin on its own, as I like to give all my models a chance for spinning freedom. Well, I guess there's probably a lot of other brands making this car. Probably Autoworld, probably Greenlight. But for me, I went with the Kyosho because, you know, when you look at this thing, all the panel gaps are all the same size. So, and even if there was an engine in there, it's going to be a lame engine. You know, you just can't get a nice engine molded inside of a 1/64 scale car. I've even seen like Hobby Japan offer the engine outside of the model, which makes a little more sense to me because then you can actually see most of the engine, but it's actually not part of the model itself. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. Alright, well, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I'll get some more of these cars from this collection. It seems like I'm missing the Jeep Willys and that Firebird Trans Am and the GT40, but that's so expensive I'll probably never get it. Okay, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you around. Bye.